Welcome to Glorious Botafogo, your number one source of Botafogo news in English. And year of 2025 started in April and ended in September. It ended in tragedy as Botafogo bows out of the Copa do Brasil, and it's Botafogo is fighting for nothing. And that's just the truth, and that's just fact of the matter. Now we have to make sure that we get at least the Libertadores spot in the Brasileirão, because I don't think the title is achievable. The title, I think, is well out of our grasp. It's going to stay in there between Flamengo, Palmeiras, and Cruzeiro. Maybe in the miracle something happens that Flamengo, Palmeiras, and Cruzeiro, go through a bad sequence of matches and we can win and we can get up there, but honestly, 14 points and the way that the team looks right now, it's just, I'm sorry, man. Like I was hopeful for Davide Ancelotti because he had a lot of experience with his dad, but it seems like he's not ready yet. Or maybe because we didn't have the preseason with him. Again, I don't think it's not so much the fact that he came at the time that he came, but more so of the planning that started in the beginning of the season. And honestly, yes, in the match, there were certain players that cost us the result. I think the foul of Felipe Coutinho, Neto made a huge mistake. I think that was a savable shot. I don't know if he believed the ball would go that far. I don't think he expected the ball to go to where it went, and the speed that it went, and he just didn't save the ball like he should have. And not only that, it's how he saved it, because the ball ended up going towards our goal and he went the other direction. So that first goal is all on Neto. I'm sorry. And then Barbosa for making the foul too. And then on the second half, that's when we see Ancelotti's lack of experience come into play. Just the changes that he made, I don't agree. I thought that Santi Rodriguez, although he wasn't really having such a great match, but he was the best player on the pitch. And I thought his substitutions weren't great. Just everything today just wasn't great. We failed on several aspects. And honestly, if we got to this point, eliminated from the Libertadores, eliminated from the Copa do Brasil, and in the place that we are in the Brasileirão, I'm sorry, but the number one factor and the most responsible party for all of this is John Textor. Not only with what happened in the beginning of the year, right, staying with Carlos Eiria to try to win the two cups that we had at the end, the titles that we don't have, that not a lot of clubs in Brazil have, just threw that away, threw the preseason away, hired Renato Paiva, which is an awful coach. They had the match of his life versus PSG. And then after all of that, we get Davide Ancelotti, which is the first time that he's got a job like this. Being an assistant is not the same thing as being the head coach. So lots and lots of mistakes from the top down. I think how we built the squad was not good. And now we have to figure it out how we're going to finish the end of the year. Obviously, it's not up to me. It's up to them. They have to figure it out. Figure something out. Again, we have to make sure that we get the slot for the Libertadores next year, because if we don't, that will be a big disaster. Disaster. If we want to keep Ancelotti, keep him now. If you don't want to keep Ancelotti, just might as well start looking. But maybe with a preseason and signing players that Ancelotti wants to sign, then maybe we can do better in 2026. But I just don't see it. I don't know. I'm just, honestly, I'm not even in the mood to do this video. And I know that I want to, give you guys information about everything that's happening, everything that's going on. But this is just disappointing. This is just a slap in the face of the supporters that today broke all the records of the Newton Santos in 2025. There were 40,000 supporters there. And we lost to Vasco. And in the final, that is Vasco versus Fluminense. And on the other side, with his Cruzeiro and Corinthians, this is probably the most winnable Copa do Brasil of the last 10 years. And we wasted our chance. 700 million reais, 700 million in signings. And we're out of the Copa do Brasil, and we out of the Libertadores. And we have minuscule chances in the Brasileirão, 0 point something percent. Honestly, this is not okay. A lot needs to change for 2026. John Textor needs to figure it out, what's going on between him and Eagle Football. I'm assuming that by tomorrow we're going to have some news. I'm sure John Textor is going to say something, because yesterday he said the legal battles were coming to an end. So what is going on? What is happening? And what is going to happen moving forward? What's 2026 going to look like? Because honestly, if he continues like this, it's not a good look, and we're gonna have a lot of headaches in 2026, because we will know once again from the beginning of the season that we're gonna be fighting for